So this morning I loaded up the old CRT ViewSonic onto the back of my tricycle and I rode about 9 miles up to MRH Recycling. On their website they say that they take CRT monitors for free, but the guy there said that they charge $10. I didn't bother. I said, I brought up that that they said free on their website, and he was like, eh. So I was like, well, fine, I'll just give you $10, take the monitor. Because it's not that I wanted to get rid of the monitor. I wanted to build a relationship with the guys at MRH. And it just so happened that it looks like me being nice to them and bringing them stuff, and even like probably giving them that $10 is helping me get a relationship with them, because after I gave him the monitor, I kind of just looked around a little bit, and the guy was like, aren't you going to look around some more? It's like, okay, fine. So I looked around some more and started really rummaging through all their junk, because they just have they're in a really cramped building, so whenever they open their door, they kind of spill a lot of stuff out when they're organizing stuff. And so I was rummaging through all their shit, and I came across 2 whole bags of these new in-box Verbatim 3.5-inch floppy disks. Verbatim is actually a pretty good brand. I believe it's a subsidiary of Hitachi or something like that. Or not a subsidiary. Well, it might be. I don't know. Either way, it's related to Hitachi. Verbatim have made a lot of really great drives. A lot of very good floppies. Like, for instance, I just got a big box full of 5 1/4-inch floppy disks. And look at this. Verbatim Data Life. Windows 3.0, disk number 5. But yeah, Verbatim is a pretty nice brand, I've heard. And I remember we used to get Verbatim discs, and we'd store like family photos and stuff on them, and they're still working. And that's far better than a lot of other modern floppy disks, because the only floppy disks that are really made now are just made by really shitty companies. Well, it just so happens that I got 2 whole bags of them for $1 a piece. So I got 19 or so, like 20 boxes of these for $2. That's 10 cents a piece. Each one has 10 floppies in it, so it's a penny a floppy. And they're new in box. They have all the wrappers and everything. These are from 1990. That's older than me. These have been in their packaging since before I was born. Let's rip one open. Or not. Okay, there we go. Aha. Now with this one, I really love this box. As you can tell, I've already opened one of these. You can open it on the top and you get the nice beige 3.5-inch floppy disks. Or you can do this. Look at that. Isn't that freaking awesome? I so wish that we could find floppy disks that had like 100 gigabytes or whatever on them, because I would so go back to floppy disks. I love the format of them. If only they could hold more data. But yeah, you get really nice little gray floppy disks, and you get all the labels on them. Let's see if they're colored. Ooh, look at that. I am falling in love. It's kind of funny though. Every time I end up being at like the checkout line of a store or something like that, getting floppy disks, there's always a bunch of people cracking jokes like, "Oh, I just threw away a bunch of those. I threw them away with my punch cards or whatever." But I've actually found that there's kind of like a kind of okay market for floppy disks. Maybe not so much 5 1/4-inch disks, but 3.5-inch disks, absolutely. Like, for instance, as soon as I told my mom that I got a bunch of these Verbatim disks, she was like, could you bring some back to Illinois? Because our embroidery machine uses them at work, and we were running out of discs. So it's like, I can bring some, but these are kind of a collector's item. We can't have them. That's kind of a joke, because you guys already know how I feel about collector's items. Fuck collecting. Use them. Although it is nice to keep a couple new in the bag, just kind of, if you have a bunch. But if I was down to the last one, I would have no regrets for ripping it open and using them. And then I looked on eBay, and it turns out a box of these new in packaging is going for like $9 a piece, and not list price, actually selling for $9 a pop. So I got a nice little bit of kit here. I'm pretty happy. If they ever do try to make me pay for something that they say is free on their website, I'm gonna pull up the website on my tablet or something like that and show it to them and kind of like say, hey, well, your website says this, so what's the deal here? But for the first time, it's like, man, first of all, I kind of want to get rid of this CRT, and second of all, I don't feel like bickering and souring the relationship, because they actually, at that time, they invited me to come over, to come in and look through all their stuff. And so I said, see you next Monday or whatever, and there's like, we'll be here. It's like, awesome, because think of all the cool stuff I'm going to get. Yeah. It's funny though, Verbatim actually isn't one of those brands that I find very often, because they were a nicer brand. Until I came out to Silicon Valley, I didn't see Verbatim stuff very often, but I didn't see much good quality floppies at all. You know, the only floppies that I saw were just some kid that had a Commodore 64 with a 1701 disk drive or whatever, 1702, can't remember. And so they were just like crappy ones that his parents got for him when he was like 10 or whatever. But out here, well, there's a lot of companies, and in the 80s and 90s they had floppy disk after floppy disk holding data and stuff like that. They're a lot more computerized. So out here, the companies were buying the good stuff. So yeah, I think that's why I keep finding nice Verbatim discs and 3M and all that other kind of stuff. I really can't wait to find some color, like rainbow colored 5 1/4 inch ones. I've already found white and red. Now I'm looking for blue, yellow, green, maybe like purple or something like that. That'd be awesome. Well, this video's gone way too long. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. See ya!